Hello, everybody. We are back at the 4-Star Podcast. It's
Just two of us.
just two of us today. We wanted to do a little update and quick hitter because the Cubs made a very, very major signing at 1:30 in the morning that I was still awake for. So we'll definitely be discussing that. So quick little update. The reason we haven't been posting is kind of twofold. Number one, I no longer live in Arizona. I'm back in Wisconsin. So it's just kind of taken me a little while to get everything set up, settled in, because eventually I am going to be like Nick and Andrew and no longer require the Cubs background. I wanted to get my office space a little more set up, but can't do that when there's big news happening. The other reason we've been taking a little while is we have collectively made the decision. This is no longer going to be called the 4-Star Podcast. We're going to call the channel 4-Star Sports. And we are going to do separate Cubs and Bears shows. We are no longer going to cover the Blackhawks and Bulls. We kind of realized our last episode that we did with the Bears season wrap up, we spent about 40 minutes on the Bears and 20 minutes combined on the Bulls and Blackhawks, especially with the way they're playing right now. None of us want to watch it. And, the whole reason we made this channel is because we wanted to show what true fans can do when talking about their favorite teams. And if the passion's not coming through, we didn't want to try and present something that wasn't actually going on. So there's the little update on us. Now we can move on. Obviously the Bears season ended, so we don't even need to really mention that. It hasn't been a lot going on there. I guess that's not true. We got a new offensive coordinator, but we'll save that for another day.
Yeah.
The Cubs, however, start with some of the more minor moves. We traded some prospects to, I believe it was the Dodgers a little while back, for Matt Bush, who is a little bit older of a prospect, but he's MLB ready, so we'll see what happens there. Cubs also signed Japanese starting pitcher Shota Imanaga, who has been looking very, very good in spring training. But the real reason we're here today is because, like I said, at 1:30 in the morning, the Cubs did, in fact, re-sign Cody Bellinger. So Belly will be back with the team, and we are all super excited. I've been doing a lot of talking. Teige, you can go ahead and rip this one off.
No worries. Yeah, so we did re-sign him. It was a 3-year, $80 million deal with opt-outs after each year for Bellinger. So the first year he gets $30 million, second year he'll get $30 million, and third year he'll get, oh, my screen's doing weird things. Third year he'll get $20 million. I like the deal. The Cubs, ever since the Jason Hayward deal, they feel snake bitten about it, about like giving long-term deals. I think MLB is trending towards it anyways. I think MLB is finally being like, hey, I don't know how they're going to rework CBTs when that all comes around, but like they don't want to pay free agents like 12 years for $350 bajillion anymore because they're scared of these guys. Then the free agency, they come in, maybe they give you like 2 good years of that, and then they get hurt and they're useless for the rest of their career. So it's funny. I was explaining to my wife like how the MLB runs things, and she's like, "That just sounds like bad business." And I was like, "Yeah, I know it does, but that's how they do it." So yeah, I think it's a great deal. It allows, obviously, it kind of allows the risk to be on the Cubs still, because if Cody is bad this year, you can be like, cool, I'm gonna opt into my second deal for $30 million and make a bunch of money, but it still allows him to have a great year this year and then be like, okay, I'm going to leave again and we're going to get this free agency done right this time. And it allows the Cubs to kind of keep following that trend that they've been doing of like trying to do smart, savvy moves. We can talk more about it in a full episode because we don't have much time today, but Ricketts has constantly been like, yeah, man, look at other small ball teams and how they can win, like the Diamondbacks. So we're just going to do the same thing, which is a little annoying because we're in Chicago.
Very annoying.
You're the third base you need to spend money. But hey, this is how the Cubs want to do it. They want to grow prospects. It allows also, like I said, the options. Like if PCA turns into a massive stud, well, now your outfield's solved because you already have Seiya and Ian, and then we can say goodbye to Cody and get somebody else. I'm excited for it. I wanted in the middle of the morning. Like I said, Jordan said we were both up, and I had some beer, so I was like, "Let's sign more people." I didn't realize because Ricketts does want to follow the tax threshold thing, which is at like 257 million right now or whatever. Maybe it's less. I'm getting that mixed up with the NFL numbers. I didn't realize that we like with re-signing Cody for 30 million, we are now like right at the tax threshold. Like we can't really re-sign anybody else. But I want to be like, let's get Blake Snell on like a similar deal, another Scott Boras client. But unless like the Ricketts and Hoyer like they're like talking in the background, like, yeah, no, we'll go over the threshold. I don't see it happening.
It's 237 million.
Yeah,
I just looked it up.
237 million.
Yeah.
So I don't see that happening. I think this is our team with a better manager, with some more bullpen improvements. Hopefully, the Cubs really banking on the team that won 83 games last year can pretty much win more because we did have a great run differential last year. It's just with a better manager, a better bullpen, and just hoping that these homegrown guys that we have are going to actually grow into stars, and that hopefully that Bush trade, works out where he's a stud. So,
well, Morel did lead off spring training with
indeed.
a dinger.
Yeah,
So,
and of course, right, everything must be taken with a massive grain of salt with spring training, but it is exciting to see. Morel is going to just be a third baseman. It seems like Counsell just wants him to stay comfortable, just, hey, focus on one position. So he's going to be a third baseman, probably DH as well. It's a good problem to have when it seems like people are like, well, what are we going to do with these prospects and depth and stuff like that? Well, that's good, because guys will get hurt. Guys will get their chance.
Yep.
It's just the fact of baseball. I'm excited to see this starting rotation. I'm honestly surprised Stroman didn't pick up his player opt-in with us either. Like, it really surprised me.
I can't believe he signed with the Yankees.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, you look at the team that has facial hair and hair regulations, and Marcus Stroman does not seem like the type of guy that would want to be told what he can and can't do with his beard and his hair. So
yeah. But I mean, they did pay him a bit more. They paid him like 37 million, or was that 37 million per year? Or oh no, it's 37 million over 2 years. Yeah, I'm really surprised that he took that deal with the Yankees. I don't know, but whatever. That allowed us to sign Shota. The starting rotation now is kind of a put up year. Like, hey, Jameson Taillon has to be the guy that we signed him to be. I know Tommy Hotovy had to basically reinvent the wheel with him last year for some reason, but hey, it seems like they have. Tommy Hotovy staying on board. Craig Counsell retained him. That's awesome. I don't remember all the coaching decisions we made, but again, next episode,
most people stayed.
I think most people stayed. Yeah, and that's really good. So again, that can be for the fuller episode, but I'm super excited. I made a little quick lineup thing for myself after seeing Bellinger come back. And that I deleted. Excellent. I didn't delete it, but I closed it. Okay, here we go. So what I'm thinking, this is gonna be crazy. I wanted to do a hot take. So I love sabermetric stuff, as we all know, and there is a book from like early 2000s. I know. So Tom Tango on Twitter, y'all should go check him out because he's still on Twitter. That's not his real name. The dude like is super secretive, which I respect. But in the early 2000s, he wrote a book with a bunch of other people, and he like kind of suggested how teams should do lineups. So going off of his suggestion, I would have Seiya leading off, which isn't going to happen. Like, I want everybody to be clear, that's not going to happen. I don't know who's going to lead off, but probably won't be Seiya because he has the highest on base percentage of the team, actually. Then Cody at second because he has the highest OPS. Then Dansby because, well, the reason why is because Chris Morel would actually be fourth because right now he has the highest slugging of anybody. Then Happ at fifth because he has the second highest slugging. That puts Dansby in the 3 spot. Nico at 6 because he's the base stealer. And then you just have other guys. So I put like Bush, Gomes, and PCA. I don't think that's what the actual lineup's going to be with Counsell. I think Counsell's going to have a lot of smart. No, I think, but that's why Counsell gets paid $40 million over 5 years to do this. I think his lineup, though, is going to be really good. I think he's going to know how to get the best out of guys, plug guys in where he needs to. This is a guy that's used to winning a lot of games with the Milwaukee team that is a small ball team. And, I mean, you give him a little extra weapons. You bring back Cody. Cody doesn't even have to have the year that he had last year. Even if he has, like, I don't know, 4/5 of that year, that's still good. Like, that's a productive player. I'm excited. I think just him, he feels good with the team. The team loves him. You feed off of that, man.
Everybody on the team loves him. Everybody's been talking about what a great clubhouse guy he is, what a great leader he is, how much they love being around him, and how much baseball smarts he has. I don't know if that was grammatically correct, but you get what I mean.
Yeah, exactly. It works. Like he. Like that, like a team. It's people are making the whole like, oh my god, it's just like 2016 when Dexter came back. Yes and no. I mean, it was really exciting for the team there. The 2016 team was also just better at that time. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie, but still, like it's exciting because that, like everybody is jolted by that. Everybody feeds off of that. He's gonna feed off of that too. He's comfortable with the guys. They're comfortable with him. That matters in baseball. You can throw all the sabermetrics you want. You can be concerned that Cody's exit velocity was lower than a lot of people last year. I don't think it really matters. I think when the team is vibing, we're not the biggest power team, power pitching or power hitting, but when the team is vibing, even though it's individual, each matchup is individual, pitcher versus batter, you guys feed off of that. Guys do well off of that. I'm excited. This has to be at least a 90 win team this year, in my opinion.
Oh, 100%.
And it does feel like if you don't win the NL Central, it's kind of like, well, what was the point? So this needs to be a year where we're competitive. I want to see us win the NL Central. We're not going to be the Dodgers. Nobody is, but we got to get to the playoffs.
Yep. I agree.
Yeah. But
all right. Well, I think we can leave it there just as a little hi, we're still alive. And
yeah, we're still
update,
alive.
so.
I want the moment the Bellinger signing happened, I wanted to get a recording in. I apologize to everybody too. I've been super busy. I'm going to be really busy. There's going to be like a month upcoming, like a month and a half where I just won't be home, which is unfortunate, but you guys will take the reins and everything. So
we'll keep the ship afloat.
Yeah. And I wanted to talk about Bellinger and the Cubs and baseball because spring training's here. I'm excited. I'm getting my nerdiness on and I'm ready.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much. Again, we will be back. It might still be a little inconsistent for a little bit while I continue to get settled in, but we are not planning on going anywhere. We are going to do this until we don't have fun. And unfortunately, or fortunately, for those of you watching, we've been friends long enough that it would take a lot for us to not have fun talking sports together. So
yeah. And now because also because the Cubs are back, that is like
that helps too. We're not miserable anymore.
I was checking out a little bit during like the Blackhawks Bulls season when like the Bears were just starting because like for me I was like I got nothing to talk about right now. But now that the Cubs are back, I got a whole lot of stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, thank you guys for watching. Keep your eyes open for our next full episode, and we'll be back ranting and raving soon. Hope you enjoy your week.
Bye-bye.